Hi, welcome once again to another lesson. I want us to use this lesson to understand how to apply our laws of indices. In this season, tomorrow is Xmas. I want to say a Merry Xmas and a Happy New Year in advance to all our viewers. If this is the first time you're meeting our channel, please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button. That way, we'll be sure to work together in the year ahead. Thank you, and let's get into class. Obviously, this is 6 raised to the power x plus 9 raised to the power x is equals to 2 raised to the power 2x plus 1. Now, if I want to interpret this, I'll interpret this to mean 6 raised to the power x plus 9 raised to the power x is equals to, here is 2x. For multiplication of indices, we know that when we multiply, the powers become, we add the powers. So this could be interpreted to become 2 raised to the power 2x dot 2, that is times 2. So I can further break it down to be the same thing as this is 2 raised to the power 2x, that becomes 4, that's 2 raised to the power 2 raised to the power x, that's 4 raised to the power x times 2. So that my 6 raised to the power x plus 9 raised to the power x is the same thing as 4 raised to the power x times 2. Now let's divide both sides by 4 raised to the power x. So it becomes 6 raised to the power x divided by 4 raised to the power x plus 9 raised to the power x divided by 4 raised to the power x is equals to 2. So doing, we have collected like terms. Now, I can now group this. Look at this carefully. You have 6 raised to the power x and 4 raised to the power x, 9 raised to the power x and 4 raised to the power x. I can write it simply as 6 over 4 all raised to the power x plus 9 over 4 all raised to the power x is equals to 2. If you look carefully, you see something is common. 2 is common between 6 and 4, and 9 and 4. 9 is the square of 3, while 4 is the square of 2. Now, if I divide this by 2, and I divide this by 2, I'll be left with 3. Now, I can interpret this further to be the same thing as 3 over 2 all raised to power x plus 9 and 4 is the same thing as 3 over 2 all raised to power 2 all raised to power x is equals to, this all raised to power x, is equals to 2. Now, 3 over 2 raised to power x, here I have 3 over 2 raised to power 2x. Now, let's break it down further. This is 3 over 2 raised to power x plus 3 over 2 raised to power x all squared, here's a plus, is equals to 2. Now, I can now say, let p be equals to 3 over 2 raised to power x to reduce the ambiguity of our equation, so that my p plus p squared is equals to 2. Now, obviously, this is a quadratic equation. We can solve this quadratic equation simply by factorization. P squared plus p, and we are arranging, 2 comes to the other side, minus 2 is equals to 0. Now, to solve this by factorization method, I can pick p squared and minus 2. It becomes minus 2p squared. What will I multiply together that will give me minus 2p squared? And at the same time, if I add them and sum them together, I'll come up with p. Obviously, that is 2p times minus p. So I can now substitute this in place of p. P squared plus 2p minus p minus 2 is equals to 0. Now let's move to the next slide. So I had p squared plus 2p minus p minus 2 is equals to 0. So that p squared now, I have p out, this becomes p plus 2, minus 1 is common between minus p and minus 2, into p plus 2 is equals to 0. So that p minus 1 into p plus 2 is equals to 0. Now, if p minus 1 is equals to p plus, this is plus 2, is equals to 0, that means p is equals to 1. And the other side, if p plus 2 is equals to 0, that means p is equals to minus 2. For these two values of p, we have that p is equals to 1. Remember we said p is equals to 3 over 2 all raised to power x. So that 3 over 2 all raised to the power of x is the same thing as 1. If 3 over 2 raised to power, if 3 over 2 raised to power x is equals to 1, we can equate this to 3 over 2 all raised to power x is the same thing as 3 over 2 all raised to power 0. So that x is equals to 0. Now for the other value of p, we have that p is equals to minus 2. Obviously, 3 over 2 all raised to power x will be equals to minus 2. If you look at this carefully, you see that this will give us an irrational number that will be difficult to rationalize. So we'd rather go with the value x is equals to 0. We can go ahead and test this in our equation. If x is equals to 0 and we have 6 raised to power x plus 9 raised to power x to be equals to 2 raised to power 2x plus 1. X is equals to 0, that's 6 raised to power 0 plus 9 raised to power 0 is equals to 2 raised to power 2 into 0 plus 1. 6 raised to power 0 is 1 plus 1 is equals to 2 raised to power 2. 2 times 0, that's 0 plus 1, that's 1. That means 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, which is correct. Thank you for staying with us and do have a nice time. Wishing you a Merry Xmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Thank you.